In the summer of 2007, the city of Las Vegas hosted training camp for the U.S. national team as it continued the long journey toward recapturing Olympic gold. And the program was happy to welcome back a star from the Sydney Olympics, who knows what it means to dominate international competition.
There's only one player in this room who has a gold medal. That's Jason Kidd. In fact, he's 28-0 in USA basketball. That's what we're hoping to achieve.
He doesn't want to mess that record up. You know, he doesn't want to put a blemish on that record. So whatever it will be after this, we're going to keep that 0 the same.
That was our weakness last time.
Oh, not this year, Coach.
All right. That's got to be our strength.
Yeah, that's our strength.
Having Jason Kidd on our team is as important as any personnel decision that we could make as a U.S. program. There's about 7 guys on this team who are starters.
Right, Coach. You can bring me off the bench. You do whatever you need to do. Man. Love to compete against the best players in the world, and you know there's no better stage than this.
That's what I want you and Chauncey and Pope. You got older guys. You got to go.
The young guys.
Right.
It's not a one-on-one.
It's not a one.
We're gonna beat them with the pass.
It's one-on-one as soon as you get it.
Yeah.
Attack.
That's it.
Just play basketball.
All right.
All right. Do any of you guys have anything to say about what we've gone over so far today? Jason?
I would like to add one thing, and that's just being on time. I think that shows a commitment that you know we're a team. We all have volunteered to do this, but we all should be a team, and we all have committed to win.
Winning basketball games is what drives Jason Kidd, one of the greatest point guards the NBA has ever seen. Combining excellent court vision with quickness, tenacity, and strong leadership skills, Kidd is a brilliant passer who dictates the flow of a game.
J. Kidd is the ultimate leader, point guard. If you had to make a point guard, that's who you would make.
Jason first showed his skills as a young player raised in the Oakland suburb of Alameda, where he worshipped a Laker legend.
Growing up, Magic was the guy that I enjoyed watching play, and as a kid, I tried to emulate what he did on the court.
Magic is straight down the middle. Oh! Highlight film!
By taking what I saw down to the playground and trying it.
Magic behind the back. Oh, what a play! Slam dunk!
He was very competitive. He seemed like he was having a lot of fun out there, and that was the biggest thing that I tried to take away from his game.
Kidd sharpened his skills on the courts of Oakland, where he was challenged by another future NBA point guard.
I think it started around 12 or 13 when I started going to the playground and started getting that verbal abuse and also physical abuse by Gary Payton.
I used to try to punish him all the time, and he used to get mad at me, and, oh man, why you ain't let me tell you bring the ball up and stuff? I say, look, you're gonna get good.
Well, the first time I played against Gary was a summer. I really found myself as a ball player, and I went home many of nights crying and thinking about Gary, because he's one who would talk and get into your head. He had my game in his hip pocket. But at the same time, you know, he was trying to help me become, you know, tougher and also a better basketball player.
I used to be a little bit tougher on Jason. I used to talk to Jason a lot different than the other guys because I knew he was going to be one of these great basketball players. So I used to always go at him a little harder.
He was always talking trash. He was trying to create an atmosphere that I could maybe not handle.
Gary taught him the ropes, how to be tough. He was kind of soft at first, but he kept working with Gary and got better and better.
Kidd was a National High School Player of the Year, and when it came time to choose a college, he stayed close to home.
Going to the University of California, Berkeley was great. I will always remember that time, having the opportunity to play with my friends and being able to put Cal, you know, on the map.
Watch this crossover, bang! And the use of the body in the left hand.
And, you know, get to the tournament and have some success of that Cinderella, you know, that underdog type feeling. And it was the best time of my life.
It only took 2 seasons for Kidd to break school records in career assists and steals. Then he was ready for the next level.
When I get to the NBA, I don't know what I might do. But I might surprise you with one of these.
With the second pick in the 1994 NBA draft, the Dallas Mavericks select Jason Kidd from the University of California.
The NBA is a man's game, and it's a test of will, who wants it the most, and most definitely I'll be tested right off the bat.
Jason looked forward to the challenge, but questions remained whether a rookie could step in and become the savior of a struggling franchise. When Jason Kidd arrived in Dallas for his rookie season in 1994, the Mavericks had won only 24 games over the previous 2 seasons. Fans were thrilled to see a new kid running the show.
Jason Kidd, the rebound.
Here he comes. Oh, nice pass.
Lorenzo, the dunk on the feed from Kidd.
That's all you have to say is here he comes, then be quiet and watch.
Goes with a short route to Kidd, and his pass off the glass back to Kidd for the layup. What a play. Jackson, Kidd, off the drive. Oh, Jason.
Kidd became a part of a promising trio, along with Jamal Mashburn and Jimmy Jackson.
Look at that setup. Kidd finding Jim Jackson. That was pretty.
Jason Kidd, some pass ahead to Mashburn.
What a great pass by Jason Kidd.
Well, in Dallas, I thought we had a great opportunity. We were young, the 3 J's, Jimmy and Jamal and myself. We felt that we could compete.
Kidd, a loose ball pickup and a score for 3.
Jason led a 23-win turnaround in Dallas, 6th best in league history, and was crowned Rookie of the Year along with Grant Hill. With Kidd at the point, the future of the Mavericks appeared to be bright.
He is hot. Oh, he is hot. He is hot.
That first season, we had a great season, and there was a lot of high expectations for us that following season.
But Dallas couldn't continue its momentum. Jamal Mashburn missed most of the season, and the team began to spiral.
Misses the dunk shot.
You know, we all wanted to win, but we just didn't know how, to do it as a team. With injuries and people not getting along, things just didn't work out, and things just turned really bad real fast.
Team chemistry was destroyed, and early in his 3rd season with Dallas, Kidd received some shocking news. He'd been traded to the Phoenix Suns.
Well, being traded is never, a nice feeling, and it was kind of discouraging because you felt kind of not wanted. But things happen for a reason, and I was sent to Phoenix, which was, I thought, a blessing in disguise.
Jason got a fresh start and was often paired in the backcourt with 3-time All-Star Kevin Johnson, whose records he broke at Cal.
No look behind the back bounce to Kevin Johnson, reverse layup, good.
To learn from the best in KJ and with the likes of Steve Nash, they were so talented that, you want to make sure that your game was right if you want to play, and, those guys pushed me.
Kidd's high-energy style meshed perfectly with the Suns' up-tempo offense.
There's Kidd again, number 2 in the NBA in steals. Comes up with another one. Ahead it comes to McDyess. Oh, my! What a play!
Well, in Phoenix, everything kind of just fit into place because it was a wide-open offense. It was small ball.
No look. Livingston finishes. Yes! Oh!
Jason Kidd does the dance and enthralls the crowd.
Here comes Jason Kidd. The Suns can tie. Kidd to the bucket. He's tied it. We're tied at 89 with 11 seconds to go. And the Suns will have the chance to take the lead.
It was all about scoring. So you had to score if you wanted to be successful.
Kidd with a remarkable shot from the basket on cat, and he's been fouled.
His passion, his heart, is what his greatest asset is as a leader. His teammates just know he's special and follow him no matter what.
Perfect pass break, triggered by the best point guard in the NBA, Jason Kidd.
Kidd blossomed into a perennial all-star and became one of the 5 players to lead the league in assists for 3 straight years. He always seemed to have the magic touch.
Kidd from midcourt. Yeah! Jason Kidd masterpiece.
But after a while, personal accolades weren't enough. Kidd was stung by repeated disappointments in the playoffs.
It was tough because you would win over 50 games,
and you would have to play the likes of the Lakers or San Antonio, and you would lose in the first round or you would lose in the second round. We felt that we were, a better team than that, and it was just unfortunate that we could never get to the conference finals.
After nearly 5 seasons in Phoenix, Jason would be on the move again, this time thousands of miles away to New Jersey, as he'd once again try to revive a struggling franchise. When Jason Kidd arrived in New Jersey in 2001, he joined a franchise with a long history of frustration. The Nets hadn't won a playoff game since 1993.
There was only one thing that I really thought, and that was to, keep an open mind and be positive.
Kidd wasted no time putting his bold stamp on this franchise.
I wanted to grab my teammates' attention and tell them that, losing is going to stop now.
Right now, 40 wins is by far not, we're not going to be happy.
He comes in, he says, we're not going to be a 40-win team, we're going to be 500 or better. He comes out and he makes those statements, and he believed that they were going to do it.
That's on 3. 1, 2, 3. Yes.
I do remember the first day he got here, he was deliberately throwing passes into the post for Kenyon Martin and Richard Jefferson. And he was deliberately throwing them high, wide, doing the same with Todd McCullough, just to see how they would catch them and shoot them from each different position. He was actually seeing just the slightest nuanced difference in how they would react. That's the kind of level he operates under.
On behalf of the Nets, my teammates, we'd like to welcome you to opening night. Thanks for coming out. We know that there's 2 other shows in town, but this one's going to be the best one to come see.
Kidd worked his magic right from the start, helping his team overcome an 11-point fourth-quarter deficit in his first game as a Net.
An opening night win for the new-look Nets.
When I looked at the roster, I saw a lot of talented names on there. It was kind of like deja vu of me being in Dallas, a bunch of younger guys, but they just didn't know how to win in the fourth quarter. And maybe I was the piece to the puzzle that could help, teach these guys how to win.
That was my dream. Because I grew up watching this guy play. I fit right into the way he wants to play, hard-nosed defense, fast break. I was in heaven.
Kidd looking for more. Another lob. Oh, reverse finish!
He sees everything on the court at once. So if I make a move and he sees I'm open, he's throwing it.
Here comes Kidd. Bobby Jackson driving. What a feed to Kenyon! Does he come up with some selections?
It was the perfect storm. You bring in all these new guys. You have young guys like Kenyon Martin, and you have athletes to run with Jason Kidd, and that's all he asks for. And he's running the floor, and he's got Jefferson and Kenyon and Kerry Kittles. The whole place was electric.
Seemingly overnight, an NBA laughingstock was transformed into a powerhouse. After winning only 26 games the year before, the Nets doubled their previous total while earning the best record in the Eastern Conference. Now, with Jason Kidd in charge, the once hapless Nets were in position to compete for an NBA title.
The New Jersey Nets will continue one of the most remarkable one-season turnarounds in NBA history. Maybe the world is flat after all. The New Jersey Nets are going to the NBA Finals.
He turned this franchise around. Anybody knows net history, they've always been called the Clippers East for a reason. They were never good. And here he is. He turns them around and he gets them into the finals that very first year.
MVP! MVP!
New Jersey would face the 2-time defending champion Los Angeles Lakers in the finals.
Hey, you all right? Everything good? Everything's good. Go have fun. Well, that's what we're going to do. Just have fun. You look good. You make sure everybody have fun. It's the greatest show on earth.
But the Lakers were the only team on stage. Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant helped LA clinch the three-peat with an effortless sweep. The Nets' dream season ended in a nightmare.
It was a lesson learned. We were kind of satisfied to be at the finals because we didn't quite know how to handle it. The Lakers, they knew exactly what they had to do, and they did it.
A year later, Kidd and the Nets were determined to prove that they weren't a one-hit wonder. They captured yet another division title and steamrolled through the postseason with their eyes firmly on the prize.
Kidd starts to make his move, 6 seconds. Kidd driving right of the lane, goes baseline right, fadeaway jumper, around and in. Jason Kidd with a clutch shot for the right baseline.
We ran 10 off in a row, and we felt that there was no team out there that we couldn't beat.
They are the back-to-back NBA Eastern Conference champions.
In their return trip to the finals, New Jersey met up with another Western Conference power, the San Antonio Spurs, and league MVP Tim Duncan.
The team's ready. We're loose. The Greyhounds are ready to get out and do some running.
I'm playing for one thing. I brought this out because this was my first. Once you win this, there's nobody that can take it away from you. Stand in front of these guys. We don't let them know we're here, right from the tip.
Still smarting from the previous year's sweep, New Jersey showed this finals would be different, stealing home court advantage in Game 2.
Kidd weaves through everybody and score. They win it on the road, 87-85.
Hey, we broke our streak. We broke our streak.
This time, the Nets were up to the challenge. They went toe-to-toe with the Spurs, and after 4 games, this series was knotted at 2.
The Nets were the toughest team we played in the playoffs, mentally, physically. They really battled.
Kidd, post, Claxton, got it! Jason Kidd puts the Nets ahead.
We gave San Antonio, a run at it.
But the Spurs' depth and championship experience proved too much for New Jersey. San Antonio took the series in 6 games.
The San Antonio Spurs are NBA World Champions. Let the fiesta begin.
Though he was now 0 for 2 in the NBA Finals, Jason Kidd had performed miracles in the swamps of New Jersey.
Well, it was, disheartening, but, we felt that we were close. And that if we just kept working, that one of these years we can, be on the other side of that coin and have a ring and have that championship.
He helped build this franchise. He is the franchise savior. There's no doubt about it. And he still believes they can keep going.
Even though it's been years since the Nets made back-to-back trips to the finals, Jason Kidd is still driven to lead his team to a championship.
As long as Jay Kidd is on this team, it will be his team. I'm just, asking for a chance to learn from him as long as he's around.
Now Kidd around a good and flash out. Keeps to the right. Finds Jefferson underneath. Reverse layup.
He has a sense of, where all 10 guys belong, what they should be doing, and how he can make 5 guys interact within the system.
Here's Kidd pushing it. Carter cutting. The lob.
When I look at the floor, I'm in my teammate's head, and I'm thinking the same thing that he's thinking.
Driving to the rim. Look out. And Kidd knew exactly what he was doing.
I love to hear my teammates say, how did you do that? Because a lot of times I'm thinking to myself, how did he catch it and finish it?
Jason Kidd is a magician.
That's the thrill of the no-look pass or the alley-oop.
Kidd lob. Carter. Oh, that's special.
He's the only guy right now in the league who can dominate a game without scoring a point.
That is vintage Kidd.
He knows how to control a game with his defense, with his rebounding, and of course with his passing.
And there's a triple-double. Jason Kidd, his 10th rebound. Wonderful feed to Antoine Wright. And Jason Kidd is doing it all. Triple-double number 79 for Jason Kidd, passing Wilt Chamberlain, now by himself, 3rd on the all-time list.
Ball, I got ball. I got ball. Good help. Good help. Let's go. Ball. Coming through. Get out there, Mike. I got you outside.
Now, as the elder statesman of Team USA, Kidd hopes to take his country back to the top of the basketball world at the Beijing Olympics.
I'm very fortunate in 2000 to have had the opportunity to win a gold medal, and hopefully I can show the leadership to help, be a piece of that puzzle to get us back to that gold medal.
The big got to respect him, so you got a jump shot right here, or he's got a layup all the way.
They're always killing me about my age, and so, as long as they keep carrying my bag and bringing me stuff when I ask for it, I'll be fine.
Mr. Williams, can you hold my bag for me for a minute? Thanks. You get this on tape. Get this on tape. He was killing me to Rick Bucher talking about my age. Thank you.
I don't want him explaining
ankle or hurting the knee just coming down these steps. Them old bones be brittle.
That kid has been a blessing for me. So that's one of the guys I patterned my game after, emulating. He was my favorite player growing up in the NBA, and now, you know, you get a chance to be on the same court as him, playing on the same team as him, and learning from him. It's just been a great experience for me.
Call middle. It's called middle. You can go either side, but you want to kind of go that side.
Playing with Jason Kidd is just like awesome. You know, he's probably the best point guard I've ever seen in my life.
It's a dream come true playing with Jason Kidd, man. This is a Hall of Famer. I mean, he's a pure point guard. He's phenomenal, man. And, you know, we really are enjoying his leadership.
Well, good pass, boy. Good run. Good dig. Good hustle.
I wish I could play with him all the time.
We have great scorers, great rebounders, great finishers, great defenders. He's kind of like that missing piece that just bonds everybody together. He makes everybody better, and when you can make guys like, you know, Kobe, Carmelo, LeBron, Chauncey Billups, Dwight Howard, when you can make guys like that better, I mean, that just really takes the team up a notch.
If you feel something, like we're not ready to do something, you take control of this, and you tell me. You can tell me any.
Okay.
All right, I'll follow your.
Okay.
All right. It's the subtle things that he's doing in a drill, or we're coming down at a huddle.
So now you come over the top. Here, if it's not there, you come out, you might have him again coming in the second time.
It's like having a coach on the floor, and a really good coach on the floor.
Although time and injuries have taken their toll and other playmakers have captured the fans' attention, Kidd still plays with the same passion that has always set him apart.
Nash has come along, stolen his thunder. Parker, the last couple of years, has gotten farther in the playoffs. So strange as it may seem, I think to public at large, Jason Kidd's kind of a forgotten player. You're talking about a guy who, is one of the great point guards ever to play the game.
Nets are running. Kidd driving.
Jason, you mentioned, along with Oscar Robertson, Magic Johnson, as one of the best all-around players in the history of our game.
What Jason does can't be measured in statistics. He is the master of intangibles, and what makes him so special is his uncommon will.
How did he do it?
That's not supposed to happen.
That is insane.
I think what we have here is a thoroughly intuitive player. It's something that we don't really see much come along very often. We saw it with Bird and Magic, obviously, where they played a style of game that brought us into it and made it look at it totally differently than the way we looked at it before. Jason's got that kind of skill. And it's operating on a different plane pretty much from any other player in the league.
Good job, man.
I'm not so sure another one's going to come along real soon.